and welcome back to another episode of Single Black Female New England. I am your host, Angelita Shevins.
And I am your host, Lolly Marcelin.
And we would just like to welcome you. Thank you for visiting us, listening to us, or watching us. Again, I just want to encourage those folks who've been watching and listening to subscribe, like. Cost you nothing to like, cost you nothing to subscribe, boosts us up in the algorithm and pushes us out to other viewers and listeners. Also, please don't take anything we're saying to heart. We are not experts. We're just having a conversation amongst friends.
Okay. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
We will agree to disagree because we're going to say things you don't like. It's just, it is what it is. We're individuals and we're talking about our experience in New England. Yeah. But on that note, you can find us on Spreaker, Apple iTunes, Google Play, Barnes & Noble Books. We're now on another 45 audio channels to include YouTube, our channel, Society in Motion. So, I'm going to turn it up. I'm starting the first.
Yeah, you are.
All right. And
do you want your word?
Yes.
I think it was instigated. Now, let's toast it up, because
we going to need, so Angie was out of town at an absolutely beautiful wedding. I missed her.
Yeah, I missed you too. It was a good time.
It was a good time.
Yeah, my family is dope. My Detroit family is just filled with so much love and just being around folks like who are just authentic. You know, my mom's very conservative, so is my stepdad. Momsies and popsies, they celebrated 39 years of marriage on November 1st. My brother got married on the 31st of October. But it's just to see an eclectic group of people that just love, you know, we just love on people. We just love on each other regardless. And all of my siblings are very different, but they're encouraged to just be themselves. So it was just good being around that. Next time, in the summertime they're coming. I'm sorry, you guys. Sorry.
Instigated. I was just okay. Let me get to this.
Let's get to it.
All right. Instigator. Why did I think about this word this week? Let me tell you why. Because I feel like sometimes we instigate situations and then want to cry wolf on that bitch. Allow me to explain. Okay. I am a hardliner when it comes down to, you know, I think I should be pursued a certain way, and you know, I want you to do this and I want you to do that. Okay, but I'm an instigator. Okay, I will instigate the fuck out of a dude on a low. Straight up.
Is that toxic?
I don't know. Let's begin. Let's break it down. That's why we're talking about it out loud. Mm-hmm. I'm not the only one, obviously. But I do. I'm like, I'll have a conversation with them and they'll start talking like, oh, you know, because, you know, I really like to stay home on Sundays and my people cook for me and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, for real? Because I don't. Like, I normally have a schedule in which, like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all lock. I mean, I plan things ahead. I'm a planner. I love to do a lot of things, you know. I just feel like if you're really not doing nothing with your life, like, So as Angie guessed, let's talk about it. Yes, because I'd rather provoke you and bring it out in the beginning. If you're a homebody, I'm not for you. I'm not. I love these streets. I love these streets with my man, and I do mean the elegant streets, Park Avenue. Those streets. We're not talking Brownsville or nothing goofy. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line, though, is I will instigate what I need to hear from you so I can determine if I need to alleviate myself from you.
Yeah.
I push it over to you now.
All right. Instigation. Let me think. So there's no dead space in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I don't think I instigate. I I don't believe I instigate. I listen. I listen.
Okay.
But I think my ability to discern or my ability to assess has gotten much sharper. Because it used to be like I would kind of doubt myself, like if I had a thought or a feeling when I engaged with someone, I would kind of like, oh, you're being too harsh, Angie, but now I have no time for it. So like I can sense if someone's talking a certain way about certain things, I can sense like, okay, we're not aligned, we're not a match. And therefore, like just real quick, I'm like, yeah, we're not aligned, we're not a match.
Okay, so you never instigated a situation?
So what I'm speaking to who I am now. I think definitely when I was younger, I would do that, but I realized to me it's toxic. That's toxic behavior. Like I'm not gonna instigate, and I like right off the bat again. Like if I can tell someone's not for me, and I'm not going to waste time or instigate. I'm just gonna be like, that's it. I'm good. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Because I have a little bit of 50 Cent in me. 50 Cent is an instigator. And I'm here for it. I'm here for 50. Yeah, I am. Because sometimes when you instigate, you get people to be their true selves. They have no choice. Most people are provoked when you instigate them to respond. They really are. They want to hold off, but inside them, there's always that little kid that's like, you got me. What you mean? I got it. And then, they come out and they really say who they really are. And that's the kind of person that I need to see. I don't waste time. You know that, Angie. I'm the queen. I'm like, I wish you the best.
Yeah.
But
I think instigating is wasting time, though.
But for me, I think it's drawing out.
But I think you already know and have come to the summation.
I do.
So again,
but why not?
Well, that's wasting time because whenever you start to instigate, it's because you already know.
Yes,
it's because you already
because
know.
I want them to recognize it. Because I saw
that is not our job, Wally.
It's not
I keep telling you this.
I don't care if it's my job or not. I don't care if it's my job or not. I want to instigate it for my own personal pleasure.
I had a conversation with a friend today.
Yes.
And a guy friend. Very stubborn, like stuck in his ways or whatever the case was, right? I'm gonna come to this point. And
a lot of friend?
No, but you might have heard of him. But we've had a lot of intense fellowship, like with disagreements about a lot of things. He's very provocative and likes to instigate, right? So he was saying to me today, he said, Angie, he was like, you know what? He went to visit some family in North Carolina, and it was good to just be in a different setting around different types of black folks or whatever that, well established, good loving, all that stuff. But he said, his uncle said to him, you need to shut the F up and just let people talk and just listen and observe. And then he was like, you know what, Angie? You've been telling me this for a long time. He was like, yo, life is so different for me since I've been doing this. And I said, yes. He was like, why did it take me so long? Back to the point. Because it is truly, everybody comes to certain realization at their own time. So no matter how provoking or instigative we are, sometimes even when we bring up certain things to the forefront, people are not ready to receive it.
Absolutely.
So it's not until they're ready and in that space. So it really isn't my job. And when I tell you, I've learned that. Like, it's not my job. Like, even in, like, there's someone that I feel like I've been questioning. I'm like, am I in love with this person? I'm trying to figure out, where things fall. Like, okay, do you want to be with this person, Angie? And then I'm like, well, I don't really know them outside of certain situations, right? So I'm like, it's not my job to get that person to a place of where, you know, it's my job to get me to a place where I'm like figuring out what's going on with me, you know what I mean? And so I don't instigate stuff. I just try to figure me out and figure out how what I place in it. But I can tell you that now, back in the days, definitely. But that shit was miserable. It was
Not
miserable for me.
It's not, because once you, again, I'm invited into the space.
Mm. I'm
never intruding into the space. That's another word for another time. On to the next word.
Yes, on to the next. I'm going to do deposit and withdrawal. And we're going to credit that to my girl, Miss Wildflower. Beautiful spirit, beautiful human being. And in conversation, you know, we had went out.
Yep.
Was at dinner.
Yes.
And we were just talking about, especially when you're an empath, and I believe Lolly and I think our spirit, like I was saying, we spread love and joy. A huge part of our life purpose, and just people's life purpose, truly is to elevate the spaces and people that we come encounter with, right?
Yeah. Sure.
And so this friend of ours is like that, but we were talking about how a lot of times when we are like how we are, there's a lot of withdrawal being taken place. It could be withdrawals at work, you know, because a lot of times with the personalities and characteristics that we have, it is just innate in us to give so much to what we do. Mm-hmm. It could be withdrawals from families, mm-hmm. and then of course friends, mm-hmm. and you know, when you're trying to seek romantic relationships too, you can have this over withdrawal. And I feel that, again, it's my job to regulate that. And, you know, for a time I used to find myself extremely depleted because I was allowing people to withdraw without making any deposits. Mm. And that it's really my job. It's a person's job to make sure that there's a balance. You know, just like a bank account, if you keep depleting and withdrawing and make no deposit, eventually it's going to run empty and be in the negative and might have to close that brother up. And so for me now it's very important that, you know, things are being reciprocated. Over to you.
Okay. I 1000% co-sign on every single word and statement you made. I think a lot of us withdraw from ourselves. Let's talk about this. Okay. I think a lot of us, because we have so much going on and in this society right now, especially as Black women, because that's what I'm concerned about as a Black woman, right. Our experience in America, in life, on this planet. And I find we have to withdraw because there's so much negativity coming at us from work, negativity coming out maybe possibly from family, from friends sometimes, from just society in whole, from strangers we don't even know. We are in social media, right? We are putting ourselves out here to be judged. That's what you do when you enter these platforms, and you have to be comfortable with who you are. You must have the authenticity. Let's talk about it. So when you start withdrawing from yourself, it's more because you got to your point where a little bit of you has broken down. It literally has broken down. It has got, like I found myself, I'm going through some things right now. There's some serious decisions that I need to take care of and make. And I'm single, I'm alone, and I'm focused. I'm concerned, but I'm focused, right? Because when we're Black women, what happens is we begin to withdraw. We don't want to, but we almost feel like we have to. So we don't snap on people we love and care about. So we're not bitchy and moody. So that we can decompress, reassess, put a plan, and execute. And I think that is the process that we go through when we're dealing with not just financial, emotional, relationship-wise. A lot of us withdraw. And one of the reasons why we started this was because we don't want us to withdraw anymore. I'm on a lot of international platforms of expats who move all around the world. And a lot of them say they meet us. They meet us. And we don't even speak. Yeah. We are literally in another country withdrawn. And we cannot have that. We must be unified in the time that is coming. We will need every single one of us, sisters. And I mean that from the bottom of my soul. We're going to need one another. We don't know what we're going to have to do to our mothers, fathers, boyfriends, and friends who we see as allies, but who possibly change one day. Okay? So the bottom line is that we don't want to keep withdrawing within ourselves and not saying, wait a minute. Me and Angie this week were reaching out. Angie was doing her big grandpa business and don't be here. Okay. And so I missed her. She was gone handling her business and having a wonderful time doing it. And when you came back, here I am, I'm withdrawn. Yeah. Right? Let's bring it home. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Because I'm like, I gotta like I want to engage, but then I'm like, but I gotta. Yeah. And yet I have to engage.
We gotta pull each other out. Yeah, no, definitely, and that's that deposit.
That's that deposit.
When we're withdrawing, right? When we're withdrawing and withdrawing, it's important for us to make that deposit in ourselves and make sure that we're not withdrawing too much. You know, like a lot of times, like.
Deposits is reciprocity.
100%. But, you know, also making sure that you're checking yourself, especially, I think a lot of people tend to, when they're going through things, withdraw and pull back. But then that could be so isolating. And a lot of times, yes, you may come to solutions and resolutions, but are they the best? You know, like I definitely believe in finding the answers within, but you have to make sure that you don't get to a place where it becomes so isolating. Just was having another conversation with a friend, like via text, and you know, he was saying how he realized that he lost 2 acquaintances and didn't even realize it until after their services and everything. And it's just because, you know, he was like, you know, sometimes you ask, what is it all for? You know, and is it worth it? And this is why it's important. Like, I think we both were at a space of difficulty, you know, feeling kind of like needing to withdraw and feeling sad and like there's just not enough being deposited or whatever the case is. But even just connecting and having that conversation, that real conversation where we could be frank, like at the end of it, I just felt much better, you know, and I'm hoping that I felt much better, and I'm hoping the same for him, you know, like when like even today we talked and the conversation, just the connection with us made me feel a little better, you know.
It made me feel a lot better. Stop playing.
Yeah. And like after this recording, we're going to go support our friend who hosts every other Tuesday nights at Slade's. And it's like sometimes when you're feeling kind of down and out, sometimes it is the time to make a deposit into someone else.
Absolutely. You know? 1,000%.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Deposits and withdrawals, baby.
Okay. And
trying to deposit, but you know it's hard.
Do you remember your other word?
No, but we'll take it off the cup then.
It was it multifaceted?
Multifaceted.
Yeah. You want to hit that? Because I don't know where you're going with it.
Tell where I'm going with it.
Okay.
I'm looking for a brother that's multifaceted.
Ooh, girl, you and me both.
I am putting my
Or a man.
Kendra G out here. If you guys know who Kendra G is, she hosts a podcast and a YouTube channel where she picks everyone's on the phone and they wait to get picked by her, and she picks random people and they start telling about who they are and what they're looking for. Like, it's broadcast to everybody.
Okay.
I believe she comes from Waterbury, Connecticut too.
Oh, so she's close by. She's
no. She don't live here anymore. She comes from.
Okay.
She's
I was like, she's
elevated.
in New England.
Yeah, she's definitely elevated.
But don't be shitting on.
I'm not shitting. I'm just saying. I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, Kendra G. That's what she does. So I'm doing my Kendra G on myself tonight.
Okay.
I am looking for a multifaceted man, and what that means for me is I want you to be fun. I want you to be grown folk but fun, and I want you to be transparent. I want you to be wanting to learn more. I want you to be hungry for knowledge, because we're going to need that. I want you to want to experience things, but I want you to come into the experience with things. I want you to be kind and stern.
And stern.
Discipline is check from time to time.
I'm not dabbing you.
That's not. Discipline isn't a bad thing. Discipline can just simply be, baby, you always spend money. I need you to stop that. You're right. I need discipline. I mean, right? It can be that, because that person cares for you and you're in the betterment of the whole. But it ain't even about that right now. It's multifaceted. Yes, I need you to be able to do what you do when you do what you do when you did what you did when you said what you was gonna do. Multifaceted, and then more importantly, multifaceted to me means that we can, you and me, he and I, can love the things we don't like about each other.
I want to know more.
I'm
not telling you what I'm just listening.
Because what I mean by that is that we all come with baggage. I need to know if you got Walmart baggage or you got Goodwill baggage. Goodwill got a baggage. I need to know if that baggage is something I'm willing to pick up. And when you're multifaceted, you can sit down and explain all of these things that you were contributory towards and other things that happened to you. And then together, we multifaceted think about different things on how we strategize to make it cohesive.
Okay. Well said. I like what you said about being multifaceted.
Oh, I ain't talking about me though. I'm all that Indian. That's why I'm looking for alignment.
Well, that's it. That's it. I don't have anything else to say about. You know how I am. I don't believe in telling someone what I'm looking for. I believe in.
But it's not what you're looking for. Multifaceted is you are multifaceted.
Yeah, I definitely am.
Let's talk about it.
I'm very multifaceted.
You trying to shy away from the two? You can't do. We talked about this in the last episode. We did.
Yeah, I'm very multifaceted. There's just something about exploration in the process. And so I think that's why I'm hesitant to go into it more, because I want to discover and see. But yes, I do also would love to I just love to, that's a requirement for me. I am like an onion. There are many layers to me, and so I do require someone who has many layers as well. not the same layers.
Right. Not the same. Thank you.
It doesn't have to be the same layers.
It doesn't have to be the same
Because
layers.
sometimes some people like
opposites do attract.
Yeah. And sometimes people like they become intimidated if they have a thought of who you are.
Yes.
You know.
And you don't know me like that.
But you could just be multifaceted in so many ways that are different from me. But just having depth and an open mind, ready to grow, believe in love.
Believe in love and ready to grow. Let's talk about it.
Emotionally available, emotionally mature. So
there's some
and emotionally willing. Because you can come across some folks who are emotionally mature, but they're not willing.
They're not willing.
They are guarded. They need to go see the lady.
Yeah.
And sit on someone's couch.
Yeah.
That's not me. That's not me. Because we're talking about back to the whole deposit and withdraw. That's not me. I'm not your counselor. I mean, I think in our relationships we share things with you know, you're supposed to have a safe space in your relationship where you can share and bounce things off. But especially like if you ain't my boo or I'm not that person. And I will tell you, go see the lady. Just like, you know, I tell my children we got really good health insurance.
Touché.
You know, I think just like everyone might need a lawyer, you know, like have retainer.
That's not my skill set.
Like, you know, you should have a counselor. Life, especially with all the challenges of life. I feel like as Black folks, I mean, like trauma is normalized for us. You know what I mean? The way we've grown up, the things that we've been exposed to. So sometimes you just need a sounding board that is not a person you care about.
Trauma is normalized.
It is normalized. Yeah. And we don't even realize the impact it has had on just how we navigate this world. But go see the lady. Angie is not the lady. No longer the lady.
Yeah. On that note, I think we're done.
I think so. Let's wrap it up so we could go support our girl Donna.
So once again, we thank you for joining us on this week's episode. Yeah. You're going to get 2 earrings this week. You're going to get from our last episode, which we had trouble uploading. So, but you'll get both of these episodes back to back this week. We greatly appreciate everyone who is new to our channel and those who've taken a risk to listen to us and laugh and joke and talk shit about us. We love it all. We really appreciate it, and we would like the support. If you feel the need to donate $1, $5, $2, and you can find that on our Spreaker and Buzzsprout, where you go become a member, and then you can donate to our cause.
Yeah. And our causes.
Our causes.
Me, Angelina Chavez, and Molly Marcelin.
I think it's a great cause. Basically, right?
Bringing joy to the world.
And just keep it at 100 because we need a safe space.
Yeah.
We need a safe space.
Yep.
So,
thank you for
until next
joining
time.
us.